good-looking bodybuilder into sportswear, shadow boxing, and Australian rules football. Australian rules football. Seeks well-developed lady for uncomplicated physical relationship. Oh, dear, dear. Wanted. Woman 35 to 45 must look good in jeans. Oh. What does that mean? Probably means you need to have a bottom like a well-rounded peach. Do I qualify? Well, now, be honest. I mean, what if we met and he said, but you don't look good in jeans? Oh, on earth would I feel? I'd die. Oh, dear. Next. Charming, lively, gregarious, handsome man with warm, spacious cottage. Loves log fires, good wine, Mozart. Seeks macho man for firm friendship. Frisky mare, but frolicsome stallion. Next. Professional gentleman, 47. Seeks caring
woman, pref good cook. Genuine prospects marriage. Box number 4575.
Dear box number 4575. I am writing in reply to your advertisement. Professional gentleman, etc. I am a slim-ish, attractive woman of 41. Hello?
Betty?
Yes?
Hello, I'm box number 4575.
Oh, oh well, hello. Box 4575. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Walter's the name. Walter Cartwright.
Hello? Yes, it's on the 3rd floor.
Betty?
Walter?
Formerly known as box number 4575.
Come in, please.
Thank you. It's quiet out there.
Yes, yes, it's always the same in these blocks of flats. You know, you hardly ever see another soul. Well, it's very nice to meet you at last.
And you.
Oh, I'm
so sorry.
I'll put it in the kitchen, shall I?
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, my goodness, it is raining, isn't it? Oh, yes, it's absolutely belting down out there.
No, not now.
Oh, really? Yes, let me take that. May I take that? Oh, thank you. Yes, it's been raining on and off all week, hasn't it? Well, no, I don't think it rained on Thursday, did it? Or was that Wednesday? Can't quite remember.
In Reading, it rained every day except Tuesday.
Oh, really? That's interesting, yes.
Yes.
Come by taxi, did you?
The bus, actually.
Oh, really? Yes, the 88?
No, 12.
Oh, well, you could have got the 52, you know. Except you've got a bit of a walk with the 52.
Ah.
What with this rain and everything.
Well, I didn't have far to come, actually.
Oh, really?
No, I stayed in London with a friend last night. Not far at all, in fact.
Oh, yes, I see.
Do you mind if I sit down?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, of course not. Please do.
Thank you. It's a very nice flat. It's very comfortable.
Oh, thank you. I like it. Can I offer you a drink?
Oh, thank you. Gin and tonic, please, if you've got it.
Yes, fine. No problem. Well, I wasn't sure about us meeting here like this, you know.
Why not?
Well, I'm new to this, but I always thought one was supposed to meet on neutral territory the first time.
I've met in all sorts of places. Foot of Nelson's Column, bus stop in Bristol, outside of Tesco's in Luton. It's a very delicate point in a relationship, the first meeting. And as I explained to you on the phone, as far as I'm concerned, neutral territory is a waste of time.
Oh.
What I want to find out about a woman is what she's like where it really matters.
Yes? Where's that?
In the kitchen.
Oh. Yes. Oh, ice.
Thank you. You make all these yourself?
Yes. There's some more in the kitchen.
Oh, no, thank you. Absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
Right.
Oh, you're off then?
No. It's time we got to know each other better. It's time for the 4-minute test.
Yes. What's the 4-minute test?
It's simple. I talk about myself for 4 minutes, and then you talk about yourself for 4 minutes.
Oh, no, I don't think I could do that.
Yes, you could. Yeah, it's just like a game. Help us break the ice. Believe me, it's a very good way of getting to know and like each other quickly. And let's face it, that's what we're here to do tonight.
What are you doing?
Just setting the alarm. Now, all I've got to do is to press that little button and off we go. I've done this once or twice before, so I'll go first, shall I?
Yes.
Right. Here we go. My name is Walter Cartwright. I'm 47, I live in Reading, and I teach music to schoolboys for a living, though living is hardly the word for it. I'm divorced, I'm happy to say. I was married for 21 years. You know, that's longer than the average life sentence. You can murder someone and do less time than that. My wife's name was Monica. That little word fills me with terror and apprehension. Monica. The effect of Monica on my life was similar to the effect of the Black Death on 14th century Europe. Total and utter devastation. I'm something of a fitness fanatic. I jog. I work out in the gym. And that's just as well, because I love my food. My great vice is puddings. There's nothing I like so much as a good pudding. So, what else can I tell you? I vote Labour, I read The Guardian. I don't believe in God, although, when I'm flying, I like to see the odd priest or nun dotted about here and there among the passengers. Well, somehow it feels less likely to, well, you know... So, there we are. Walt Cartwright, 47, in perfect health, financially secure, and currently looking for the next Mrs. Cartwright.
I couldn't do that.
Yes, you
No, I
could.
couldn't. Really.
You're an intelligent woman, Betty. I can see that. It'd be no problem. Strictly entre nous. Thing to do is to sell yourself a
No,
little.
I definitely couldn't do it.
Yes, you could.
Well, my name is Betty Wilson. I'm 41 years old. I have a part-time job in a PR office. Most of my time is spent writing copy to promote the sales of fish. 24 ways to use a kipper, stuff like that. How long is that?
That's 28 seconds, including the silence.
No, I definitely can't
yes,
do it. No,
you
no.
can.
No, I'm sorry, my mind's gone a blank.
Oh, well, that's the best you can do.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I read about the 4-minute test in a magazine. It said you can get to know everything you want to know about a woman in 4 minutes. Been scientifically proved by an American university.
I didn't do very well then, did I?
No, you failed the 4-minute test.
Make you seem like a boiled egg.
You very definitely pass on the food. What's this? Minestrone?
Yes.
Is it homemade?
Yes, of course. Cheese?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you have black pepper?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Oh, good. Had me worried for a moment there. Do you like a... Oh, you've got some, sorry.
May I?
Yes, please.
You know, I think I'm going to like it here, Betty. And what's more, I think I'm going to like you very much. I hope you don't mind me saying that, but
No.
it's better to be in the long run.
Yes, I'm sure.
Well.
Oh.
You never said anything about your husband, though. Of course, if you'd rather not.
No, he died nearly 3 years ago.
What did he do?
He was a captain in the Merchant Navy.
Oh, let him up there.
Yes, yes. Oh, I hope you don't mind him up there staring down at us.
No, I'm used to husbands staring at me from old pictures. They always seem to me to be frowning. Oh, perhaps that's my guilty conscience.
Well, I did take it down from there today, but the frame's left a dirty mark on the wall, so I put it back. Besides, I rather like seeing him up there.
Oh, school's okay. I rather enjoy it, really. All except the food. Ooh, those school dinners. Every day, fresh torture. And the puddings. Oh, enough to break your heart. And your teeth, too, sometimes. That was absolutely delicious.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What's this? Trifle?
I'll get the cream.
Ah. We've struck lucky tonight, my old son. Well, I'd better make a move soon.
Yes. I'd like to say that I have enjoyed this evening.
Me too.
I didn't know what to expect, but I must admit I was dreading it.
I like you, Betty. I like you very much.
Thank you.
I hope we might be able to see each other again.
Yes. Yes, I'd like that.
I was serious earlier on when I said that I was looking for the second Mrs. Cartwright.
Yes, I
was,
believed
yes.
you.
But what I wanted to say was, there are one or two other women whom I see very regularly and with whom I'm quite friendly. I only tell you this because I like you and that I want to be open and honest with you.
Yes, thank you.
you know of any good hotels round here? I think I might just stay in London tonight.
No, not offhand. Well, I'll look in the phone book for you.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I just take the train. It's a pity, though. I could have taken you out to lunch tomorrow.
That's a pity.
Yes. Could have got to know each other better. Find out if we wanted to see each other again. Well, I'd better phone the station.
Yes. Yes, I'll get your umbrella.
They're never there when you want them.
No.
Oh, could you tell me the time of the last train to Reading, please? Oh, really? Oh. All right. Thank you. Last train goes in 20 minutes. I'll never make it. Ah, well, it doesn't matter. I'll just stay in an hotel.
That's a pity.
I can't be helped. It's no problem. I wonder if it's stopped raining. Ooh. Well, I just go out and get a taxi, if I can find one. A taxi driver can always find you an hotel room.
That's true.
The trouble is, you can never be sure what sort of room it'll be.
No.
Now, what would I think of you if you allowed me, a strange man, to stay on the first night?
That's true.
Still, there are mitigating circumstances. We've had such a good time.
All right, you can stay. Knock, knock. Walter. Oh, is everything okay?
It's fine. Absolutely fine.
Oh, good. Well, good night then.
Good night.
Knock, knock. Walter. Hope you don't mind. I went out for a jog. Get it No,
over
not
with.
at all. No, did you find the park?
Oh, yes, yes. It's not far at all. Hey, it's ideal. It couldn't be better.
Well, would you like a shower or something?
Oh, a shower before breakfast. Wonderful.
Anything special you'd like for breakfast?
Bacon and egg.
Yes.
Little grilled tomato.
Yes.
Do you have any Swiss muesli?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Oh, tea or coffee?
Is it real coffee?
Yes.
Coffee, then. Give me 10 minutes. That breakfast was quite delicious.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I've met quite a few women since I started this Lonely Hearts business. I've travelled up and down the country. I've dedicated most of my weekends in trying to search out the next Mrs. Cartwright, but I've had no luck. Can't tell you how emotionally draining it's all been.
Oh, poor thing. Must be awful for you.
Yes, but I'll tell you one thing. I've never had such an enjoyable or promising first meeting, ever.
Thought I might go and get the papers now. Would you like to come with me for a walk?
Oh, I'm whacked after that jog. I thought I'd just put my feet up, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course, of course. Make yourself at home.
All right.
There's some more coffee in the pot.
Good.
Sure you're going to be all right on here on your own?
Perfectly all right.
No. Good. Well, I'll be off then. What about lunch?
Roast beef Yorkshire pudding. Oh, I was going to take you out to lunch,
no,
wasn't
it's
I?
all right.
Oh,
No,
Betty,
no,
I am
no.
sorry.
No, we can eat here.
Perfect. You're such a marvellous cook.
Right, well, I have some shops open nearby. I'll get something each time.
Good.
Right. See you soon then.
There's no hurry. Bom, 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 bom. Bom, 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 bom. La la dee la la dee la 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 dee la la. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Jeannie, don't do that. Listen, I'm coming up to see you soon. On the 23rd. Huh? Dum pa da dum pum pum pa da dum. Ba da dee da 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 da. Hello, Evelyn. It's Walter. Now listen, we mustn't rush into this thing for both our sakes. It's too precious a thing. Your cardigan is a great success. How are the socks come out? Hello there. How's the next Mrs. Cartwright? Down among the dead men, down among the dead men, down, 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 down among the dead.
Is it that time already?
Just getting my last run of the weekend, and then I'd head off home after tea.
Sure all this exercise is a good idea.
Well, of course it is. You don't get to keep a body like this without looking after it.
Oh,
Oh, that Yorkshire pud was just as I like it, and the trifle. It's the best I've had since my final bust-up with Monica, when she swore she'd never make me another. She never did, either. No, she was a hard woman. Hard. 2 more years we lived in that house, not once. Now, you know how to look after a man. No one looks after me the way you do. No one.
well, now, I'm very glad you brought that subject up.
I must go, or I'll not get to my full 5 miles before tea.
Oh, Walter, look, why can't we talk about it?
Why spoil a good weekend talking about marriage when we've said everything there is to be said about it?
Will you stop bobbing up and down for a minute? It's like trying to have a conversation with a yo-yo here.
Right. What do you want to say?
When are you going to decide?
I've told you, Betty, I need time.
I see. So I'm supposed to sit here while you traipse up and down the countryside, staying with different women every weekend, and just be grateful that I see you every 3 or 4 weeks.
Betty, I've told you often. You're way ahead of the field.
Make it sound as if I ought to go down to Ladbrokes and lay odds on myself.
Now, Betty, be serious. I'm looking for the second Mrs. Cartwright, and with the trouble I had with the first, I want to be quite sure about the next. I mean, that's something you don't understand. You were lucky your husband died.
I wouldn't exactly call that the height of good fortune, Walter.
No, of course not. I'm sorry. Well, you know what I mean. In the last few years with Monica, what a trauma, an absolute trauma. I'm only just beginning to recover slowly.
You're certainly enjoying your convalescence.
Who said I shouldn't enjoy myself?
You're a rogue, you know that? You're a rascal and a rogue.
Come here. Give us a kiss.
You know, kissing you is like kissing Clark Gable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's dead, too.
Oh. No, no. I really must go.
Oh, fine.
Oh, Betty. Don't be like that. It's not what you think, you know, this rushing about the country, staying with different women each weekend. I mean, it may sound like fun to you, but what you don't really understand is the emotional strain involved. Drains me. Oh, you won't forget the washing I brought. You want to take it with me?
No, it's all ironed and ready.
Good girl. See you later. It's nippy out.
Nice run.
Yes. Oh, that looks well up to your usual standard. I'll have my shower now, and then we can eat. Is there plenty of hot water?
Oh, yes, I made sure of that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's spooky out there, isn't it? I met someone on the stairs and we exchanged embarrassed nods. It was like meeting the vicar in the local sex shop. I didn't know whether to say hello or to pretend to be part of the architecture.
Yes, these large blocks are all the same. You never see another soul. Well, I've lived here for 3 years and I hardly know anyone on this landing, let alone the rest of the building. Leave the rest of your things outside the bathroom door. I'll look after them for you.
Righto. Betty. Betty. Betty, I'm out. Betty, I was calling you. You couldn't have heard me. I'm out. Can I have my clothes, please? I'll be in the bedroom. Betty, did you hear me?
Yes.
Well, can I have my clothes, please?
Sorry.
What does that mean?
Sorry, I can't get your clothes.
Why not?
I've thrown them away.
Ah, I see. A little prank. I may have to chastise you.
Oh, I should be so lucky.
Oh. This is very naughty of you, Betty.
I know.
Then I mean... Oh. Come on. Tea must be ready. I'm hungry. Can I have my clothes, please?
No.
Right. I'll find them myself. Ta-da!
I must say, you are taking this well, Walter.
This is a funny sort of joke, if you ask me. Come on. Where are they?
I told you I've thrown them away.
Okay. Where?
Down the chute. Out on the landing where I take the rubbish.
I don't believe you.
You suit yourself.
You threw away a couple of £100 of the clothes and the case, even the ironing.
Even the ironing. I want to marry you, Walter, and I'm going to keep you here until you pop the question. I'm fed up with you traipsing up and down the country every weekend, being looked after, and well looked after, by a seemingly infinite succession of women. Now your long search for the next Mrs. Cartwright is over, Walter. You found her. She's sitting right here. Now, we'll make a good couple. I know we will, Walter.
This is blackmail.
Oh, well, don't worry. I wouldn't expect you to marry me just like that. It's going to take time. Oh, what? You know, the thought of sitting in a room with a naked man should be sending me into paroxysms of passion, but, you know the thought that's uppermost in my mind? Sausage rolls. That's what we're having for tea, and they ought to be ready by now. You would like sausage rolls, I take it. They are my own.
Oh, yes, of course.
Good, good. Well, if you feel like putting something else on, you could borrow one of my dressing gowns. I'm pretty sure you won't feel like going anywhere much in one of those.
It's a joke.
Walter! Come and get your sausage rolls while they're hot. And afterwards we'll have a nice long chat.
Satisfied?
Oh, I think you look kind of cuddly.
I don't know whether you're joking or crazy. I can't make up my mind which.
Oh, I think this is going to work out fine.
Huh?
Just fine. Yes, I gave a lot of thought to the best way to keep you here, you know, Walter. I mean, I want you to feel at home, relaxed, comfortable. And the clothes seemed the best idea, and I think they were, after all. I mean, I didn't want to do anything unpleasant. Well, no. I did think about maybe hijacking your false teeth, but I don't
False teeth? I don't have false
Of course
teeth.
you do, but I don't mind. No, the thing I liked about the idea of the false teeth was that if you did do a bunk, at least I'd have something to remember you by.
You're joking. You're kidding. You can't keep me here like a prisoner.
Well, a prisoner's a very hard word. As I see it, you're just a guest who's staying that little bit longer than usual.
You can't keep me here. All I've got to do is to walk over to that phone and pick it up, dial my daughter. I don't believe this. I really don't believe this.
Yes, it was a bit naughty, wasn't it?
You haven't done anything to the door, have you?
No.
Well, then, I can just walk right out. You couldn't stop me.
You can, but I don't think you will.
Oh, you don't, huh?
Walter, this is the centre of London, you know. How far do you think you're going to get dressed like that before the police pick you up? Once the police pick you up, papers will get wind of it. Never field day, won't they? Male love slave makes a break for it. Teacher dresses as woman to escape widow's lust. Oh, well, the boys at school are going to love that.
Right.
What happened?
Someone's coming.
Come and have your sausage rolls before they get cold. And as I say, afterwards, we'll have a nice long chat.
May we just remind you to switch off your set and wish you a very good night.
You'll be glad to know that my last train has just left Paddington.
Never mind.
Never mind? You know it's impossible for me to get to school tomorrow, and you say never mind. I can't even telephone to tell them. Look, I want this to stop right now. Right now, right now!
Oh, is that by any chance a little proposal of marriage?
No, it most certainly is not.
No, well, I thought you'd take a bit longer to make up your mind.
God! No one even knows I'm here. I just said I was going away for the weekend again. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. No one.
Yes, I was kind of counting on that.
Do you know what I think? I think this is some kind of bizarre joke that's got out of hand, and you're afraid to admit it because you're worried that if you do, I'll be angry with you and won't want to come back here again. Well, let me tell you, Betty, that's not true. Once I get my clothes back, I'll forget all about it. I'll be back again in a few weekends' time, just as if nothing had ever happened. Honestly.
You know, it's a terrible thing to say about your future husband, this, but I think you're fibbing, Walter. Now, I think the best thing for both of us is to get to bed and have a good night's sleep. Where are you going?
To bed.
Oh, no. I don't think that would be a good idea at all.
Where am I supposed to sleep then?
On the couch?
I'm not sleeping there. It's the middle of winter. I'll freeze.
I doubt it.
There are no blankets.
Well, I'll leave the heating on. Good night, darling.
Oh, damn it. It's not a joke. Oh, damn.
Morning. How'd you sleep?
I didn't.
Any change of heart?
No.
No. Right. How about some breakfast then?
Betty, what I need is time.
Before breakfast?
No. Time to sort all this out.
Oh, well, you'll have plenty of opportunity to do that here.
Well, I mean in a more relaxed, more normal way.
Well, personally, I can't see why you should want any more time. Unless, of course, you're enjoying your life here so much you don't want to give it up.
Oh, no, no.
Personally, I think you've had enough free meals and enough legovers to have made up your mind by now.
Enough free meals and enough legovers? Is that the way to talk about the holy sacrament of marriage? One of the most sacred institutions known to mankind?
Bollocks.
What? What sort of language is that to use? And in front of the captain, too.
Oh, he wouldn't have minded. His language was bluer than an Eskimo's willy in winter, bless him.
I don't believe my ears.
No, you're flanneling me, Walter. And I'm not going to have it.
Right. Right, that's it. That is definitely it. I'm going to go next door and explain to the people there what's happened and then ask to use their phone. And I'm going to dial my daughter and ask her to bring some clothes round here.
Well, I wouldn't advise it, Walter.
Oh, oh.
Get out of here, mate. People like you ought to be put down. So clear off, or I'll call the cops.
Hannibal!
Sorry, should have warned you about Nigel.
God, some neighbours you've got. I always said anyone who could live in this town ought to be crazy.
Oh, be fair, Walter. I mean, what would you do if a man in a pink dressing gown came to your door at 9 o'clock in the morning?
I can't believe this. I'm surrounded by people. There are people up there, there are people below me, there are people 50 yards away in the street, there are hundreds of people. I know half of them don't speak English, but I can't reach any of them. Now, what's stopping me? What's holding me back?
Your fear of appearing ridiculous, that's all, Walter, that's all. Now then, that little bit of exercise will have helped you work up a nice appetite for breakfast. Bacon and egg?
No, thank you. You know what I think?
What?
You're jealous.
Of whom?
Of all the other women in my life.
Oh, it's not true.
Oh, I think it is. You can't stand being just one of a collection of women. I don't blame you. Well, I'm lucky, I suppose, having so many women who want to marry me. They think I'm attractive. And that's something else you can't stand, either.
It's not true, Walter. There's no reason I should be jealous. We're both adults. There are other women in your life, other men in mine.
You've never said anything about other men before.
Well, Walter, you never asked me. You just assumed you were the one and only.
You mean other men come here?
Sometimes.
And they stay the weekend?
Yours isn't the only Lonely Hearts I ever applied to, you know.
You mean while I'm away, other men stay here?
Well, if you want to put it like that, yes.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. How many have there been?
Oh, I don't know. I don't notch them up on the bedpost.
I don't believe you. You're making it up.
Suit yourself.
All right. Give me examples. Names.
Ronnie. Chaz. Tell you some stories about him, however. Max. Frank. Nelson.
Nelson.
What's wrong with Nelson?
You've made it up.
I did not.
You did. Nobody's called Nelson.
It's a very common name where he comes from.
Oh, where's that?
Trinidad. Oh, what's the matter, Walter? You vote Labour and read The Guardian, don't you?
I'm not going to get angry. I refuse to get angry.
Good.
You can't keep me here, you know. You just can't keep me here.
I'm doing all right so far.
I feel as though I'm being chained down, as though someone's got a gun to my head. I was happy before all this happened. I had a whole string of women who'd do anything for me. They'd go to any lengths, any amount of trouble for me. Why are you doing this to me, Betty?
I want to marry you.
But why?
For the same reason everyone gets married.
Really?
Oh. You know, I was very lonely and depressed before I met you. I've been living here on my own for far too long. Well, there had been other men in my life, but I wasn't at my ease, and somehow it just didn't work out. Then I started to look at those Lonely Hearts ads. Did it very furtively at first. I mean, always here, never at the office. And great waves of shame came over me every time I went to buy a paper. Well, soon I plucked up enough courage to answer a few, and I must tell you, the first one was quite a mortifying experience. I was supposed to meet this chap at Victoria Station, platform 7, 7 o'clock. And he was be wearing a dark overcoat with a blue tie. Well, when I got there were dozens of men in dark overcoats and blue ties. So, well, I approached the most likely looking one, and it wasn't him. So I approached another and another, no luck. I was just about to give it one more go, and this policeman came over and warned me for soliciting. It was so much worse because he was so very young. And, well, then you rang, Walter. I must say I didn't know what to expect that first night, except the worst. But to my surprise, you turned out to be quite human, quite attractive, and funny. You made me laugh. I liked you. I couldn't wait for you to come back again. I was like some 15-year-old schoolgirl. Daft, isn't it? In a word, I was hooked. And at first, I didn't mind too much about the other women. I always had the feeling that I was the one anyway, though I sometimes wonder if that's just a knack you have, Walter, if the other women felt that too. Anyway, eventually it did begin to matter, and, well, I have to confess to you one moment of madness, Walter. I invited a drunk executive from the New Zealand Meat Marketing Board back here one night, and next morning he burst into tears and showed me pictures of his wife and family. Oh, I'm ashamed of that, Walter. But I think I was really only trying to get even with you, and, well, at least pass some of the time between your visits. So I decided to take things into my own hands, and I came up with this juvenile prank, just to keep you here and make you stop and think. And marry me, Walter. I mean, that's what I want. I want us to settle down together. There is one problem with you, of course, Walter. You are selfish.
Selfish?
Mm-hmm. But not hopelessly so. I think I can reform you.
You're right. I am selfish. You know, it may not be such a crazy idea, us getting married.
Is that a proposal?
Yes. Yes.
Tell me why, Walter.
Well, I'm fed up with all this travelling. It doesn't half take it out of you, belting up and down the country every weekend. I seem to spend hours on trains, and it's expensive. Oh, it's not been so bad since I got that Golden Rail pass. I might be able to cash it in now. Anyway, despite what you said earlier, I've always had you well ahead of the field. I've told you that often, and it's true. You're bright, you're attractive, you're a marvellous housekeeper. I've been as comfortable here and as well looked after as anywhere. A wonderful cook. And you. I know somebody who maybe does a better Yorkshire pudding or a slightly crispier pork crackling, but by and large, and in general, there's no one to touch you. Ha! There was one other thing that finally tipped the balance. It's all this. None of my other ladies would have ever gone to so much trouble for me. None of them. It was when I realized that, just a few minutes ago, that I knew that you were the one.
My husband was about your size. There's some things of his in the chest.
It's lock solid, Betty. God knows I've tried it often enough.
The key's in the clock.
Ha! I should have known. Ah, ha, ha. All right. Sure. Oh. Oh.
No, not that.
What's the matter?
You know, you've never once said you loved me, Walter. No, really, not once, not once. No, I don't mind cooking for you, cleaning, whatever. But I really do need to be loved in return, you know. And that wasn't love you were talking about. Perhaps it's not your fault, huh? Perhaps in the end we just want different things from each other. Because I think men and women often want different things from each other. Perhaps it's crazy to think that you can find love through a 3-line classified advertisement. It's crazy to try, really. This whole business of love would be crazy if it weren't so absurd. I mean, even if you do find someone, your troubles aren't over. You're just swapping one set of worries for another. You keep on trying, don't you? I mean, that's the crazy thing. You keep on trying.